And call to order this special meeting of the Perry Township Board of Trustees for October 26th, 2021, 6:00 PM. Yes, we'll do a pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, Ms. Grill, if you call the roll, please.
Trustee Nguyen,
Yes.
trustee Hartshorn,
Yes.
trustee Mears.
Yes. Will Karen be joining us? This evening? No, okay. Looks like we've got some budgetary issues. I'm going to suggest that we visit each one of these individually, since there are so many unique details to a couple of them. Resolution 2159 to accept the coronavirus local fiscal recovery fund established under the American Rescue Plan Act.
That's this one here.
That is, oh, it's under there. There
Yep,
it is.
that's that one there.
Okay. Fiscal Officer Grill, would you like to read the resolution as written?
Resolution 2159 is a resolution to accept the coronavirus local fiscal recovery fund established on the American Rescue Plan Act, also known as ARPA. The Board of Trustees of Perry Township, Montgomery County, Ohio met in special session on the 26th day of October 2021 at the meeting room of Perry Township Administrative Building with the following members present: Mindy Nguyen, President Trustee; Melissa Mears, Trustee; Jason Hartshorn, Trustee. Whereas since the first case of the coronavirus disease 2019, also referred to as COVID-19, was discovered in the United States in January of 2020, the disease has infected over 32 million and killed over 575,000 Americans, labeling it as a pandemic. The disease has impacted every part of life as social distancing became necessary, businesses closed, schools transitioned to remote education, travel was sharply reduced, and millions of Americans lost their jobs. Whereas as a result of the pandemic, townships have been called on to respond to needs of their communities through the prevention, treatment, and vaccination of COVID-19. Whereas townships' revenues, businesses, and nonprofits in the township have faced economic impact due to the pandemic. Whereas Congress adopted the American Rescue Plan Act in March 2021, ARPA, which included $65 billion in recovery funds for townships across the country. Whereas ARPA funds are intended to provide support to state, local, and tribal governments in responding to the impact of COVID-19 and in their efforts to contain COVID-19 in their communities, residents, and businesses. Whereas $352,696.82 has been allocated to the Township of Perry pursuant to the ARPA allocation, and $176,348.41 was received by Perry Township on September 16th, 2021. Whereas the United States Department of Treasury has adopted guidance regarding the use of Arpa funds. Whereas the township is, in response to the pandemic, has had expenditures and anticipates future expenditures consistent with the Department of Treasury's Arpa guidelines. Whereas the state of Ohio will distribute Arpa funds to the township because its population is less than 50,000. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Trustees of the Township of Perry, Montgomery County, State of Ohio as follows. The township intends to collect its share of the ARPA funds from the state of Ohio in use in accordance to the Department of Treasury's guidance. Township staff, together with the Board of Trustees, fiscal officer, and legal counsel, are hereby authorized to take any actions necessary to receive the township's share of the ARPA funds from the state of Ohio for expenses incurred because of the pandemic. The township staff, together with the Board of Trustees, fiscal officer, and legal counsel, are hereby authorized to make recommendations for future expenditures that may be allowable expenses in accordance to the Department of Treasury's guidelines.
Okay, thank you. So at this time, I'll go ahead and make a motion to accept Resolution 2159. This is to accept the Coronavirus Local Fiscal Recovery Fund established under the American Rescue Plan Act as written.
I'll second.
Trustee Hartshorn,
Yes.
trustee Wynn,
Yes.
trustee Mears.
Yes.
Done. And resolution 2160 to amend 2106, approving the 2021 supplemental appropriations. Okay. We have resolution 2160. Are these? This is some of the corrections that needed to be made.
This is where we have to increase the appropriations to finish out paying items through the end of the year.
Okay. Do you want to read this resolution? Okay, thank you.
The Board of Trustees of Perry Township, Montgomery County, Ohio met in special meeting on the 26th day of October, 2021 at 6 p.m. at the township offices with the following members present: President Trustee Wynn, Trustee Hartshorn, and Trustee Mears. Whereas supplemental funds received from the county should be posted as gross and the fees are to be posted separately. And whereas the posting of these funds need to be adjusted and accounted for in the budget for the 2021 going forward. And whereas in accordance with the ORC transfer of funds, the Perry Township Board of Trustees desired to make supplemental revenue and apportionment adjustments to line items as listed below to cover those not approved in resolution for the original budget. Now therefore be it resolved to increase Fund 1,000 from current appropriation $140,800.24 to the revised appropriation $150,824, a change of $10,000. Fund 2021, 155, current appropriation $155,417.88. to revised appropriation $185,417.88, a change of $30,000. Fund 2021, current appropriation $43,400, revised appropriation $53,400.
It's point of order.
A change.
That's 2041. You had read 2021 twice.
Okay, 2041. Current appropriation $43,400, revised appropriation $53,400, a change of $10,000. And Fund 2071, a current appropriation $284,206.90 to $304,206.90 for a change of $20,000.
Is there any question or discussion?
No question. I make a motion to accept the resolution as written for resolution 2160.
Second.
Trustee Mears,
Yes.
trustee Hartshorn,
Yes.
trustee Wynn,
Yes. And then we have resolution 2161 to approve the 2021 appropriations for the Arpa funds. If you'd like to go ahead and read that one.
Okay. The Board of Trustees of Perry Township, Montgomery County, Ohio met in special meeting on the 26th day of October 2021 at 6 p.m. at the Township office with the following members present. President Trusty Wynn, Trustee Hartshorn, Trustee Mears. Whereas supplemental funds received from the county should be posted as gross and the fees are to be posted separately. And whereas the posting of these funds need to be adjusted and accounted for in the budget for October 2021 and going forward. And whereas in accordance with ORC transfer of funds, the Perry Township Board of Trustees desire to make supplemental revenue and appropriation adjustments to line items as listed below to cover those not approved in the original resolution or the resolution of the original budget. Now therefore be it resolved to fund 2272. Current appropriation is 0. Revised appropriation is $176,348.41. A change of $176,348.41. Whereas the funds will be further appropriated as follows. Within the fund, salaries is set up at 25% with a current appropriation of 0. Revised appropriation is $44,087.10. A change of $44,087.10. IT infrastructure at 10%. Current appropriation is $0. Revised appropriation is $17,634.84. A change of $17,634.84. And then to be determined at a later date, current appropriation is 0 with a revised appropriation of $114,626.47. A change of $114,626.47.
Questions or discussion?
No questions.
And I will make a motion that at this time, we accept resolution 2161, establishing fund 2272 for the appropriations of the money provided from the Arpa Act.
I'll second.
Trustee Hartshorn,
Yes.
Trustee Wynn,
Yes.
Trustee Mears.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you, Charity. I know you put a lot of time into all of that. Okay, issue concerning
Deposit slip.
our deposit slips.
Yes. I was recently informed that the deposit slips that we're currently using are no longer going to be acceptable by LCNB. The current slips reflect the old Brookville National routing numbers. And they're having more and more issues when they go to process our transaction that they're rejecting and they're having to make manual entries. So they have informed me that until we get some, they'll continue to take them, but we need to get new deposit slips that reflect the correct accounting number. Options that we have is we can go ahead. We've got 14 of these books that will need to be destroyed. We can order the similar books that have a carbon on them. It's the original and then one carbon. These books run $49.99 per booklet. There are 150 deposit slips in it. Or we can go to more of like the personalized size that don't have the carbons. We can always get copies of the deposit slips from the bank if we should ever need one for record. But if we go with just the personalized ones, they come bound in a book, 150 or 100 in those, and those are $15. So I needed to know which direction you guys wanted to go with that.
And we're doing everything online now, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can go up and pull up last month's bank statement and it has a copy of the deposit slip right there on the bank statement.
So when you say deposit, slip, you're taking it up as the night deposit, okay.
Well, I don't think we need the carbons.
No, it's outdated.
And I mean, if with all the lines, the biggest deposits we have is the trash, and we just do a calculator tape on those and write it in as a list with a total amount on it. So we don't need all the excess lines to list each item.
And we've got the ledger
Mhm.
that can print out on all the reports.
Yep.
Because we're using reports now that we didn't in the past when we had those books.
Right, I'm printing the deposit receipt, which breaks down what fund it went into, how much it was, and I give description as to what the funds are from.
I would suggest going that way.
Yeah.
100%.
Personalized wallets.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And $15 makes more sense than 49, that's for sure.
All right. And then these, of course, we'll get those shredded because they have the bank account information.
Okay. Um, And you had an OPERS issue.
Yeah, and I'm bringing it to you guys because eventually at some point, hopefully in the near future versus the later future, we'll come to a determination on this, but with the zoning administrator going from part-time to full-time, in discussion with the UAN, the Uniform Accounting Network, they recommended that I contact OPERS to see, because of the classification change, whether we needed to change the withholding. Because previously, the zoning administrator, we had been withholding Social Security versus OPERS. So I contacted OPERS on October the 21st. OPERS then contacted me by phone and advised that Social Security should have never been withheld from this employee, that since this position is a non-elected position, the township is required to withhold OPERS, not Social Security. I was later emailed from OPERS a certification of unreported public service to complete. On that form, I have to provide the salary for each month this employee was paid in 2020. I then will have to also work with OPERS to complete manual reporting for each month this employee was paid in 2021 in the OPERS reporting portal. OPERS also informed me that because this was an error on the township is responsible for both the employer and employee portions of the required payments, plus any applicable penalties or fees associated with this error. OPERS also advised that the township could request a refund of benefits paid in error to Social Security, but that Social Security has sole decision as to whether those funds will be refunded. So with the guidance of the Uniform Accounting Network, I had to put together a spreadsheet of all wages affected. And based on that, the calculations within the spreadsheet, the withholdings are as follows. For 2021, Social Security benefits paid by employee through withholding was $604.69. Social Security benefits paid by employer responsibility was $604.69 for a total benefit paid to Social Security of $1,209.38. According to the calculations for 2020, OPERS calculated employee withholding should have been $975.31, with OPERS calculated employer responsibility of $1,365.43, leaving a total benefits owed to OPERS for 2020 of $2,340.74. For 2021, Social Security benefits paid by employee withholding was $983.01. Social Security benefits paid by employer responsibility was $983.01. Total benefits paid to Social Security is $1,966.02. So far, the October portion of $205.25 has not yet been paid. So we are going to be able to redirect those funds to go to OPERS versus to Social Security. The OPERS calculation for the employee withholding for 2021 to this point is $1,751.03. The OPERS calculated employer responsibility is $2,451.44, with total benefits owed to OPERS of $4,202.46. If Social Security is willing to refund the benefits paid, the township will only face an additional obligation of $3,162.55 plus any penalties or fees. If Social Security does not refund the township's obligation, will be $6,337.95 plus any penalties or fees associated with the error. I will update the trustees when a determination of refund is made by Social Security.
Okay, so just for clarification, the Social Security money should not have been taken out of the employees' checks. OPERS should have.
Correct. How it was explained to me by OPERS is the only individuals that have the option to choose whether they want to have OPERS withheld or Social Security withheld are elected officials only. Any non-elected official does not have a choice in it. They have to participate in OPERS.
Okay. And is it possible, is there anybody, or have we checked to make sure that both aren't being taken?
Yeah, both are not being taken. All that has ever been withheld is Social Security.
Okay. And what fund will that would need to come out of the general fund to pay the penalties?
Well, I'll have to sit down. It'll be a calculation on, it'll come out of all of the funds and which her salary would have come out of.
Based on the percentages
Based on her
Yes, based on the
percentages.
percentages.
through
Okay.
both fiscal years.
Right now, though, I just have to wait and figure out because it'll have to be adjusted even more if we get the refund back from Social Security. That's why, once I know that, then I'll be able to know more of where we have to go.
So there's a possibility it could come out of the funds that she gets paid out of.
Okay. Well, all right. And next on the agenda, that brings us to Trustee Mears and the mowing contract.
Okay, and in your packet, you will see Mr. Gaiman. He would like to continue services for next year. So I guess I need a motion to accept his. And if we want to just do it year by year, if we want to do it more than a year. Or if we're happy with him or we're not.
I don't have a problem. Was there any issues, Caleb,
No, he
with
was,
the mowing that they did?
he did a great job. I mean,
Okay.
he picked up extra, in my opinion, that he probably didn't have to. I think he did a good job keeping up with everything. The short time I've been here, I mean, he would call if there's an issue or somebody met somebody, he would give me before a second, let me know that something's going on. And I mean, that's helpful, another set of eyes going across the cemetery that I may not see something that he did, and I think he did a good job.
He's done an amazing job, and I do know he has put in hours that he has not charged for. He's been there after every single storm to walk the properties of all the cemeteries and clean up. I know he has gone above and beyond. That being said, when we accepted his contract initially, we did discuss the potential of reopening the bid because of conflicts and controversies that were involved with the bid process from the last time. So how do we want to address that?
You don't have to.
Okay,
Actually, Charity, you had spoken with,
I have spoke with legal counsel and they advised that we actually are not required to open it up to bid. if we want to renew an existing contract that we have because we're happy with the work, there hasn't been any issues, that we do have that option.
Okay.
And I know, do you have this original bid there? Okay, so I'll read this letter that he sent. Perry Township, I hope you have been satisfied with our mowing service at the cemeteries this year. My desire is to continue working for you for years to come. It is a pleasure to be able to work in the community I live in. Included with this letter is a quote for 2022. When considering our quote, prices were adjusted due to significant increase of goods and service in our current economy. Adjustment to the price reflects the raising cost of fuel, equipment maintenance, comparable wages of other companies, and insurance, which all make up the total cost of weekly services. Douglas Property Management has always strived to provide a service to its customers. I know that the quality of work and the reputation of our name ensures continued service and also referral too. In closing, we truly appreciate the opportunity to serve you. In the current environment, I want to continue offering outstanding service for an honest price with the best value in quality and help me.
Reliability.
Thank you. I hope that your overall satisfaction for the service we provide to you will allow us to continue our workmanship. And I think he went up by $115, and that was for gas, salaries, things like that.
We will need to rewrite his contract based on some language that was provided to us from the risk assessment meeting that we had. You have that language written. I wrote it down.
No, I don't
Kelly
have that.
said,
I'll have
okay,
that
she was
with
going
me
to
this
email
week.
it.
So we can't vote on this tonight?
We can,
Oh, okay.
I guess, according.
Yeah,
to
we
legal
just wouldn't be able
counsel.
to enter a contract with them until it's signed.
Okay. So what do you guys think about, do we do it a year by year, or do we do it a couple years, or?
Jason,
If we can lock in a rate for multiple years, then
I think in the last contract, did we not say if there was a clause in the last contract, Charity, if for unforeseen reason, if the cost increases or anything like that? Was there not something like gas, things like that?
Can I make a comment in regards to this? I've been told by some people they're greatly offended that he mows on Sunday.
He mows in the
Passing that along,
evenings.
Especially Eversole Cemetery, because that was a church-owned cemetery. Just passing that along. I really don't care for it myself.
In my conversations with him, the schedule that he's provided was that he was not mowing on Sundays, that he mows in the evenings.
Yes, absolutely.
The only time he might mow on a Sunday is if he was unable to get on his scheduled day due to a funeral.
or weather. Yeah.
Or weather.
I don't have a problem with doing it for another year. I think because right now prices are going to go up. Some point, they should be coming back down, and it wouldn't be fiscally responsible to lock in at a higher rate when we can renegotiate year to year.
Okay,
Can we write into the contract that cemeteries cannot be mowed on Sundays? Just for that peace of mind?
I'm sure we could add it. I
I
mean, that's
don't
more
know
of
if
a
you add it or you
conversation.
just ask him,
Yeah.
because, Labor Day, Memorial Day, Mother's Day, whenever, if it falls on, he's gonna do it when he can to
Right.
get it done. So,
And I know he's an extremely religious person. It kind of shocks me to think he would be doing on Sundays, but you never know what comes into play.
we can say something to him.
Yeah,
Absolutely, we will address that.
Okay.
well, I'll make a motion to accept the quote for services for mowing the 4 cemeteries for 2022.
I'll second.
trustee Ben,
Yes.
trustee Hartshorn,
Yes,
trustee Mears.
Yes.
Will Karen be drafting his new contract?
didn't she do it before? She worked with the new on that. so
Okay,
we
I'll
can
give
have
her that language from KLA. Kelly gives. The road and cemetery new hire.
I guess.
How much just read?
It's
It's my first time. Dear trustees of Prairie Township, I'm writing this letter of recommendation to have Dave Steck hired full-time for the open full-time road and cemeteries position. Dave is bringing 5 years of cemetery experience, 5 years of road maintenance, and 10 years of snow and ice experience. That's a spray license. I've known Dave for the past 10 years now. Dave is a great team player, very dependable man. I believe he will be a great fit for the position and very great asset to Prairie Township moving forward. In conclusion, I would highly recommend Dave Steck for the position of full-time road cemeteries position at a rate of $20.50. With this skill set and experience, Dave will be a great addition to Prairie Township,
And when will he start?
November 1st.
So we need a motion on that, or we already
Yeah,
need a motion to accept the hire?
Mhm.
Yes,
Do we? Okay.
I'll make a motion to accept the hire of Mr. Stack to the road and cemetery department.
second.
Trustee Mears,
Yes.
trustee Hartshorn,
Yes,
Yes. This is the guy with the spray license, right? That's that first, I guess. Okay, good deal. All right, we had a really good meeting, I think, with the Otarma Risk Control Manager, Kelly Austin. You think it was a good meeting? I think it was a great meeting. And I was very proud to hear her praise just how well we've done and how far we've come. I felt pretty excited about that. She gave us a lot of information. We went through the KLA risk assessment step by step. And she had a lot of great advice. We are absolutely on the right path with everything that we've been going, and that ball rolling is rolling in the right direction. She made some suggestions about our driving training and driving policies, and drove home lots of training on lots of things. Talked about our public records policy, our retention policy. She was going to be emailing all of this to Charity, and you haven't gotten that yet?
Anything from her
Okay,
yet.
we might want to drop her a note and just find out. We kind of fall short on having sexual harassment training once a year, which is easy to fix. Oh, I hear it in the Douglas Property Management, we need to include hold harmless language, stating that Douglas Property Management agrees to hold harmless Perry Township. They would like to see annual safety inspections, insurance cards, which we've done, driver's cards, which we've done, revamping on personnel files, just little things that they would like us to tweak. Again, I gave her your information on the IT, they have an IT risk consultant who may be contacting you on cybersecurity policies and cyber usage. I wrote down that Otarma loves their police officers. Charity or Chief, do you guys have anything to add to that?
No,
And I walked out of here feeling really good.
there's a lot of good information.
It was.
Did you have that feedback?
You were here too.
It was a lot of learning for me.
It was a lot, but yeah, we got a list of tasks and we tackled those tasks. And she was impressed to see just how much we had gotten done, how far we'd come in such a short time. And I was really excited to hear all that. So kudos for that. As soon as you get that email, if you can share that,
with you.
and then we can regroup again and see what's left to do, and I'll go through my notes and compare it to what she had. As far as grants, I had that on for a working session just to find out what's out there, where we are, where we stand. Caleb's got one he's working with. Chief's working on one for the body cameras,
It's already been submitted.
been submitted. Okay, is there anything else out there? I think we've pretty much,
The cemetery, that $1,000 cemetery grant doesn't, I don't think we apply until early in the
Okay.
year, so that'll be a January, February thing.
right,
So we
and
can
it's,
submit for, but we have to have a project plan and it has to be within the $1,000.
and it's not enough for the arch.
No, no.
Okay. But can we use it for the fences or for,
Well,
That
I mean,
erosion?
we're capable of removing the fences.
Yep.
We could offset that labor, I guess. And if there's any materials that are required, yeah.
okay, so you guys can get together, or we can all talk about what the options are for the specific task
Mhm.
and hit that one up.
Yep.
Okay. Do you still need help or people skills, or what can we do to help you with the information that you need?
I'll need a traffic count. I need like a morning traffic count and an afternoon traffic count. On random days, it doesn't really matter a day. They need to know what the traffic count is on Stick Road. That's really, like, other than taking pictures, sending it to people at ODOT to get the road condition sufficiency rating that they rated on their scale. Just have to send him a bunch of pictures. He's supposed to give me email confirmation of that back, and then I can fill that report out based on his.
And by traffic count, you need somebody to park and count how many cars go up and down the street
Just count.
between hour of X and Y.
Yep. Just sit there and count cars. Birds, you can do that too if you want.
I got fingers and toes, I could.
Yep.
count.
It's just random times throughout the day,
Okay.
an hour at a time. It could be any time your project's
Do
really,
you need the time that it is, or does it matter?
doesn't matter.
Okay.
Just random times is
And
always
specific roads,
step.
stiff stack, okay.
Because Steck Road's supposed to come up and plan that for next year.
Mhm.
We weren't financially able to do that or manpower to do that, two roads at the same time. Or Providence and Steck Road. So we bumped Steck back one year within this come about. But for the grants, we decided we were gonna try to put it towards that.
Okay,
That's for the OPWC, Public Works grants.
yeah, yeah,
We're gonna try it, apply for that. So we'll see how it goes.
When do you need that by, Caleb?
It's gotta be turned in by the 19th of November.
Okay.
okay.
Do we have a township camera to take pictures of? I took a bunch.
Please do. I don't think we actually have a township.
Actually, I think you guys do. I think it's in Karen's office.
Is in Karen's, oh, well, because she does take pictures for the zoning properties, so.
Get with Karen.
You
and-
guys can chat. See
Oh, we
what,
do.
oh, there you go. Okay.
Who does those road camera things?
The what?
The road camera?
County has a box. They have boxes that they'll put out there and get it.
Would they let us borrow it?
That's usually for,
And ODOT has one as well, but they are spoken for in our district, in District 7. They said the alternate route would be to just have somebody count at certain times, which seemed to be at the time a little easier than getting them or waiting for ODOT because they can push us past our time.
Okay,
They'll set them out for 7 to 10 days on different
okay.
routes.
And I have been in touch multiple times with the county engineer's office through various things, and he said, you know, whatever we need, let him know, and he's happy to help.
They have been, I mean, anything, but
Yeah,
just anything.
good, they've been really good.
Yep.
Okay. Do we have any visitors that signed up to speak this evening? Okay, anybody online?
I have no hands up.
Okay. Anything else for the good and welfare?
I'll make a motion that we adjourn.
I'll second.
Trustee Wynn,
Yep.
trustee Hartshorn,
Yes.
trustee Mears.
Yes.
Okay. So moved at 6:31.